again. I want to talk about why are souls on the planet? Why is there people on the planet? Why do people come to Earth? I'm going to say what I feel. I feel that the reason why souls are here is, one, to help raise the vibration of the planet, because this huge planet is a body of energy, and those who dwell here also are energies. So I feel our purpose that we're here is to raise the frequency of the planet, and that frequency is the love frequency, which is the very energy that is the reflection of the God being, or the higher power, or the creator, or the most high, or however you address that power, that great energy, source divine, the source of all divinity, the source of all creation, of all the universe and all that is divine. And what I have gathered in my observations is that there are souls who are here who are kind of lost. Like, they're still trying to, find their way. Well, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help them out. Souls are here, including myself. I'm not excluded from this. We are here to evolve and grow in the frequency of love. We are here to become the reflection of love in the best way possible. And how we do that is through the lessons that we learn on our soul's journey in this life. Now, whether some are aware of it or not, there's something called reincarnation. And so with reincarnation, the lessons and the wisdom and the knowledge that a soul has gathered and experienced on their soul's journey through many lifetimes, because you've had many lifetimes and you will have more, because this love frequency and this God energy is a consciousness. It's a consciousness that wants to experience itself, and so it's experiencing itself through us. And so we are little mini versions of that expression. So we are here to become and to vibrate and to evolve in the frequency of love. And you do that through gaining wisdom and experience through your life lessons and lifetime lessons. So, and how you perform will determine how you graduate, just like in a school setting, because Earth is a school for souls. Simply put, it's not complicated. But unfortunately, there are some souls here that are not aware of that, or they haven't really took the time out to really think about it. And some are more aware than others, and some are kind of somewhat aware. And so how we treat ourselves in this energy of love and how we treat others in this energy of love will determine how we perform when we transition out of this physical realm, this earthly realm. Kind of like, we get like a performance evaluation, a judgment. And so there are some who are just failing miserably. They're not even aware, or some just don't care. I don't know. But I'm here to let you know that is why we're all here. It's to experience love, to become like love, and to love ourselves, to love the planet, to love others, to love what we do for a living, to love our spouses, our children, our pets. Everything is centered and focused around the frequency and the energy and the power of love, whether you're aware of it or not. And so, with that, how do you grow in this energy of love? How do you do it? How do you do that? How does one do that? You do that by putting forth effort, being intentional, being present in your experiences, acknowledging your truth, and healing. Healing is like super important. It's imperative. How can you express love or love anyone if you are wounded and traumatized? Those things, those energies will keep you away from love. They will distort your idea of love. I really like how in the Bible, in Corinthians, how it describes the characteristics and the attributes of love. And I don't remember the exact scripture, but I believe it's in Corinthians. And it's so crazy because there are a lot of people who are religious, but they don't really reflect those descriptions as it's described. It's just like, for real. Like, for real. And I know, I used to be in the church. I used to be in the church until I woke up and realized this is not for me. Or, I don't know. It just felt like there was nothing else I needed to learn. It was just like, I felt like my spiritual growth was being stunted in a way. So I was just like, okay, because I learned so quickly. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this, yeah, And some of the most like mean, evil, like not kind, not loving people I came across just so happen to be religious. And it's just like people really know. Now, people who are conscious know this. But there's still so many who are just unaware. Just because you're religious don't mean you're spiritual. And being spiritual is not religious. I mean, me having the experience, coming from, the church, I was more spiritual the whole entire time. Looking back in retrospect, I was more spiritual and more like connected to source than any of my, at the time, religious peers. It was like, there were some like elders in the church who like looked at me and like with this like, because I've always been intuitive, so I could pick up and read energy really well. Like I came here with that gift and that ability and that awareness. So yeah, nothing gets past me. Like nothing gets past me. Even if it appears like I'm not catching on right away, I'm gonna catch on. I'm well connected and tapped in like Wi-Fi, like a Wi-Fi signal. Everywhere I go, it's not lacking. It's not lagging at all. Okay, so where's my thought? Oh, okay. So there were elders in the church, right? So here I am, this young lady, studying her Bible and doing that whole thing, living the life, right? But then I can recall, getting this kind of like vibe and this like treatment just from my enthusiasm about learning about the Bible and learning about, connecting and learning about this relationship with the Creator. And then like, I was getting hated for that. I was confused. I'm like, am I in the right place? Like, people will like mistreat you and hate on you because of your connection and your relationship with the source of all creation. Like, I mean, I guess that's the old soul in me, because like the old soul in me is like, that does not make sense to me. Like, the math is not math. Like, it's like, like I thought we were all here for the same thing, but then I had to very well learn that these human fleshly suits that people have has nothing to do with their energy's maturity. Like, there are newborn babies who at a soul level are more wise and aware and like conscious than these earthly adult bodies who got all this age and time on the planet. But at a soul level or spiritual level, they're immature. They're very childish and childlike. So like, when it comes to spirituality and consciousness, it's like, it has nothing to do with, what we think is, being righteous and being, mature, spiritually mature. Like, man, because on my journey, I have come across adults, right? Who, I mean, it's like, I'm like, huh? And it's like things, I mean, their character, their behavior is just like, their attitude towards things and towards life, and their mentality, and how they process their emotions and how they show up in life. It's like it does not add up to, but it's, people, they're just well familiarized with their ego, because your ego is what keeps you from connecting to, this God energy, this God being. And your ego, your ego will lead you far away from your divine purpose. So, to get familiar about this love thing, you got to get that ego in check. And a lot of people's egos are destroying their life, unfortunately. And sometimes, people don't realize it until after they reincarnated like so many times, and it's just like, they realize, like, I kind of, you have like a deja vu, like things feel familiar to you, like you've done this before. Yeah, if you have deja vu, or you have a dream and you can't understand, like, you're trying to make sense of the dream and the deja vu feeling, it could be very well connected to a past life. It could very well be connected to a past life. The learning doesn't stop, it continues. But I also feel that, there are some souls that just become so advanced and so adept in this life thing, and this, they've acquired so much wisdom, and they've reincarnated so many times that they reached such an ascended level that they don't even have to come back here. Like, the thought of that is just like, whoa, that's something that is achievable, that can be, aspired to. Like, that's, whoa, because I observe humanity a lot. Like, I observe the psychology, the mentalities, I'm very, very observant. And I'm observant on a massive, and as far as society is speaking, but I'm also very much just as observant when it comes to my own life and my own self. I have transmuted and alchemized myself and properly integrated my energies within me. Like, I'm not a saint or anything like that. I'm aware. I'm just more aware of my imperfections and my shadow aspect of myself and my ego. And I show up also in a childlike energy, but because of the healing that I've done on my inner child, and my childhood traumas and things that I've experienced, from abuse and all types of abuse, honey. Okay. So after healing myself and transmuting those energies, my childlikeness comes forth more like, fun. Fun and like laughter and like jovial and things like that, as opposed to other people on the planet, who haven't healed their inner child and their childhood trauma. Their childlike energy comes forth more like, annoying kid, like angry kid, sad kid, upset kid. And it's just like, and I can immediately diagnose it. Like, I mean, like, I can immediately, like, spiritually like, ooh, you have childhood trauma you have not addressed, you know. And yeah, or, you know, it could be adolescent trauma, you know, in those teenage years and things, you know. And it can really be sad and disappointing, you know, when you see how so many people are just under so much arrested development, and they don't even realize, you know. But you know, it's time to get it together, you know. This planet needs more healed people on it. Like, more are, you know, joining the ascension journey, the growth journey, the healing journey. But I mean, that's the objective of us being here, is to heal and to grow and to evolve in the frequency of love. Like, I mean, some people, they say it and it sounds so cliche, but like, no, like, it's real. It's very necessary, you know. And it's just, I mean, it can really be upsetting and disappointing, and really can weigh on your patience, because it's just like, I know I'm not the only one that knows what's going on here. But it's just like, yo, I mean, some people are just so set and stuck in their ways and stubborn, like more stubborn than a donkey. Like, and it's just like, whoa. So yeah, that's a little bit of my story. Yeah, I mean, God is love, and I'm aware of that. And others are, and then there's some that are not, you know. And it's just like, I mean, at some point you gotta realize, you just gotta just like stop and just really step outside of the experience and look at it from bigger picture point of view. You gotta see the bigger picture of all this. It's like, if Earth is a school, if Earth is something to that of a school for souls, and we are here to learn about love and to learn about the frequency of this God energy. And I mean, that's gonna require, you know, a report card. A performer, how did you perform? Like, you know. And it's just like, people spend so much time on Earth, like, concerned about the most irrelevant, like, it has nothing to do with the bigger picture of it all, you know. It's like, it's about the non-physical things. Those are the true virtues of life, the non-physical things, not the material things, not, you know, surface level, superficial things. You're not going to be judged or asked, how well did you, you know, how many friends did you make when you were on Earth? Like, higher conscious, like, divine authority does not care about Like, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it would care, like, how did you treat your friends? How did you treat yourself? How did you show up in the energy of love? How did you express love to others? Like, how well did you become familiar with love and what it means? Like, people say, oh, you know, they love this and they love that. And it's just like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And it's like, you know you don't, because how you show up. You know, people's love is so freaking not contractual. It's transactional. You know, it's like, you do this for me, I do this for you type of thing. Like, man, get that up out of here. Or is this very conditional? It's based on conditions. Like, okay, these conditions, this is my contract, and this is how I want this agreement and this, you know, connection and this to go, this relationship to go. And it's just like, are you serious? Like, are you really serious? And yeah, so it's crazy. It's like this, what I have come to learn about this God energy is that it is all conscious, it is all knowing, it is like the highest, the supreme intelligence. And it's like the very epitome of love. And it's like the most, man, I have been in situations where in my life where I knew, like, God was protecting me or providing for me. Like, seriously. I'm like, oh, what else could it have been? Like, for real. Like, miraculous. Like, for real. And so, I mean, whatever you call it, like, I don't judge in as far as like people's beliefs or whatever, because love is my religion. Love is my religion. Love is my religion, and that's it. That's all. So I judge based off that. I judge people based off how they show up in love. I deal with them based off that. Like, how they show up in that energy. And it's like, I mean, people like myself who are conscious and aware, and like a lot of the stuff out here that people are impressed with and impressed by, it don't impress people like me. We're like, okay, whatever. We're like, okay, how do you show up in love? Impress me with that. Impress me with your heart. What's in your heart? Because if your heart is dark and black and like to the point where it's like cancerous, like dark, like, you know, horrible. Like, if you're a horrible person, like, somebody like me is not gonna want to, like, you know. And that's oftentimes how people who are narcissistic or who are actually full-blown 100%, 1,000% narcissists, they have to be sneaky and undercover and like undetectable, you know, to get what they want, to navigate life and to navigate, you know, their lives. It's gross. It's very gross. And it's like I don't respect people like that. I respect them for the reason, and the reason only, that they reveal what not to be like, and the dangers of not healing your inner child and not healing your childhood traumas, how that can mutate. Because if you don't transmute those toxic, unhealthy memories and emotions and, thought patterns that developed from those unfortunate but yet very meaningful experiences for the soul's journey and for their story, if you don't transmute that shit, it's gonna mutate into something that of narcissism or one of those other extreme cluster B personality disorders that are out there. Like, yeah. And it's just like, I'm like, yeah, do people like are, I guess I don't know, I guess not enough people are aware or know that, that the cure for many of humanity's issues is to heal your traumatic experiences. You have to look at and address and acknowledge the hard to look at things. You don't have to go to therapy to do that, but that is a means and an avenue that people take. I mean, I have taken it. I've gone to therapy to address some things in my life that was hard to heal from and overcome. But I'm glad that I did that. And I just didn't stop there. I continued to address my shadow parts of myself. And now me and my shadow, we're homies. We're homies. It's becoming balanced, like that yin and yang, that dark and light aspect of yourself. Some people, they want to put on like they're just this good person. Like, no, you're full of shit. You're full of shit if you have not addressed the things that you need to address. And I mean, there's too many people who are just full of crap on the planet, and it's becoming a problem. It's becoming a problem for more people who are actually here, that are actually doing the work, like really doing the work. And it shows because how they show up in life, and how much wisdom they have, and how much life they're filled with, and how much love they have in their heart. Like, that shit don't just come overnight. That just don't come in one lifetime. People have lifetimes, track records, Akashic records of just like doing the work, putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? And with that level of experience, you get stuff when you do that. Stuff comes with that. You get all kind of like perks and reward for actually doing the work, actually doing the healing work, actually doing the alchemical process of transforming yourself. And there's too many frauds and fakes and phonies out here who think they're just so slick, and it's like, no, buddy, no sir, no ma'am, you're not it. I don't care how big and intense your smile is. You have people who can smile like the best of them and be the biggest liars and have the deepest, darkest secrets in their freaking closets, and like, and it's like I mean they got so many bones in their closet of secrets, And it's just like, dude. Man, you can build a dinosaur with how many bones they got in their closet. Like, but I mean, I said that to say, yeah, I mean, it's just, we have to, our planet is it's evolving, and there's some people and souls and energies who are evolving with it, and there are some who are not. They're gonna get left behind. They're gonna get left behind, and that's just that. Sorry, not sorry. It's okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, some souls just come through this earthly plane like a revolving door, and it's just like they come here and they come back the same, in the same energy, and like nothing's changed. Like nothing's changed. Like they have not improved anything. And then they look at their lives and they realize, they wonder why their lives are so miserable. And so, like, why is life so hard? Because you're not learning anything. You're not learning anything that is of true value, that can really help you. And they might not even be aware of this, which is so sad. Which is so sad. It's like, yeah, at one life, maybe you was a Chinaman, or you was a, European man, or you was a black woman, or whatever. Like, you come back and you get a different body, you get a different body, a different vessel, but what's underneath it, what's within it, is what needs to become greater. And so many, they don't. When I came into this information, it just made sense to me. I was like, that makes so much sense to me. And it was just like, I knew that my soul resonated with it. And that's how I knew, I mean, okay, I've done this before. Because I grasp hold to this information just so easily. I'm like, this really makes sense to me. So yeah, Earth will either be your vacation. It'll either be your vacation, or your education, or it'll be your freaking prison, or your probation experience, because not all souls are of the light. There's some that are very distorted. They come here as like repeat offenders. They offend and disrespect, and then they try to be undercover and try to be undetected until someone who's spiritually gifted and intuitive can spot them out. It's like, no, I see you. It's like, I see you for what you truly are. Because what is at the energetic core soul level of a person is who they truly are. It's who they truly are. That's why so many people, they get connected and they join forces with people not really knowing what they're getting themselves into. You have to really examine and look at the heart of a person. You got to really evaluate how a person thinks. You have to really, really, really give them a long job interview when you are, meeting people and getting to know people, because there's so many fakes and phonies and like tricksters out here. Not everybody is genuine and authentic. And the ones who think that the ones that truly are genuine and authentic are not authentic, they're the ones projecting what they are. They're like, oh, they got all these opinions and they got all so much to say about people who really, really are genuinely loving, good-hearted people and who are trying and are actually working towards that. And like, for real. The one they were like, oh, ain't nobody's that nice. Nobody's that sweet. Nobody's that kind. Nobody's that giving. Nobody, because you are what you attract, and you're the opposite. So yeah, that's what that be. That is what that be. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but then at the same time, it's kind of hilarious. Like, when I sit back and like really think about it and really look at it, I'm like, yo, this is like all this buffoonery and all this clownery. Like, it is a circus out here. It can really be a circus out here in these earthly streets, like, for real. Like, for real. And it's like, you have to be so healed within yourself and so content within yourself that you can just laugh at all this shit, because it's like, woo, it's like, whoa, people are so like, they hold on to all their stuff and they want, they hold tight on to everything, and it's just like, yo, it's like, it's that serious, huh? It's that deep. Okay, alrighty. God bless you with that. Love and light. But yeah, I mean, it can really be how many more days we have till Mercury retrograde? So I'm getting tongue-tied. It can really be a trip out here, like, for real. And then it's just like, the way people be moving out here, like, you can just tell like who loves themselves and who don't. It's like, that should be new questions that people ask when they go out on dates. How well do you love yourself? How well do you know yourself? How healed are you of your childhood? Those should be new questions people ask. Like, yo, it's like, nobody wants to keep it real, but they want to have all these real experiences out here. Like, make it make sense. Like, yo. It's like, I want to enjoy my life. There's so many like unhappy people that are just in denial. It's sad. In denial of the truth. The truth. It's like, come on, guys. It's like, come on, you guys. Let's get it together. Come on. We got this, okay? We got this. It's like, we're here to live life to the fullest. Like, be happy and like, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm here to remind. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. But yeah, you gotta take your life in your own hands. Like, no one's gonna fall out the sky. No one's gonna come floating on a cloud. I don't care what you were told or what you thought. Okay? It's gonna be you. Okay? You wanna know who God and the devil is? It's you when you look in the mirror. You look in the mirror and you brush your teeth. It's It's you. Because these are energies. You can either show up in the energy of godliness, divinity, or you can show up in the energy of devilishness and, you know, it's energy, frequency, and vibration. That's all it is. It's not a person. The only person it is you. That's what it is. That's what it's about. But yeah, I mean, it's like showing up in love is like showing up in like, yeah, people know right from wrong. But then depending on how full of crap you are and unhealed you are is how clouded your judgment is going to be and how deep in denial you will be. It's like you know you wronged somebody, or you know you mistreated yourself in some type of way to some degree and level, and then you don't acknowledge that, you don't own up to that. That's not love. That is not love. That is not loving. You can't say, you know what I'm saying, you know, I mean, we're here to learn. We're here to learn and to continue to grow in this frequency. As long as you keep working at it, just don't stop working at it. Just keep working at it until you actually become it. But don't ain't no fake it till you make it though with that. You got too many people out here trying to fake it till they make it. No, you can't fake being good and being divine. You cannot. You either got it or you don't. You can't put it on like lotion. It's not a shirt you can wear. No, it's gotta be in you, not on you. Now people, they know how to do this whole showboat and this whole, song and dance, but behind closed doors or in certain situations, they a whole devil, a whole demon. It's not cool. It's not when you out here deceiving people and you're out here delusional, deceiving yourself first because you holding on to stuff you should have healed and let go and released and transmuted umpteen times ago, lifetimes ago. Some people carrying so much trauma. It's trauma from previous lifetimes. Imagine that. Previous lifetimes when you was in a different body, a different vessel, you was probably a different race, you was probably a different sex, whatever. Man, that's a lot of baggage. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of baggage to be carrying. That's like a junkyard spaceship. You know those trucks that just be having so much heavy loads of stuff. It's like, where are you going with that? Where are you going? Yo, it's giving Beverly Hillbillies. Where are you hauling all that? It's giving Sanford and Son. Where are you hauling all that? If you don't just drop that shit off somewhere, man, family and friends, we gotta heal. It's healing time, okay? No more denial, no more pretending, no more wearing the mask, no more not living authentically. I'm telling you, don't wait until something catastrophic or detrimental happens. Sometimes, those unfortunate, very disruptive, life-disrupting events have to occur in order to teach people. It happens, It happens. But it is what it is. You know, we all learn in our own way, at our own pace. I knew when I came here. I mean, I came here to do something. Do something important. Be someone important, even if it's just be important to myself. Yeah. So I owe it to myself to get the full experience of this thing called life. And we all should. I encourage us all to do that. And this video is coming to an hour. Yeah, I just wanted to just come on here and just talk about, you know, just give a little general, you know, general discussion about this experience out here. But yeah, so that is it. That is all. Until the next time, friends and family, my earthly neighbors. Send you all love and light and healing, all good things, prosperity, lots of smiles, you know. Be harmonized with yourself.